QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022, Company Preferences, Integrated Application and Items and Inventory. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon left-hand side, topic introduction, 6140, company preferences, integrated application and items and inventory. Also take a look at the immersive reader tool, topic introductions, also in the text area, same name, same number, but with transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages, either listened to or read in them. Same name and number as presentations as well. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations. Screenshots also being useful if you want to follow along with the presentations and don't have access to the software at that point in time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, we're going to start off by going to the Edit drop-down and then the Preferences. Opening up the Preferences, we're in the Integrated Applications on the left-hand side. Company Preferences, we're in the default settings here, which are you can manage all applications that integrate with this QuickBooks Company file here. We're not going to be adding any applications for the practice problem, given the fact that the QuickBooks software is a comprehensive software for accounting. Certain applications, however, could be useful for some specialized type of needs. If you have the applications, then it says here the defaults would be don't allow any applications to access this company file, default not checked, notify the user before running any applications whose certificate has expired. So we're not going to get into the specialty applications here because once again, QuickBooks is a full service accounting software in and of itself, although we might touch in more on them at a future point in time in kind of a specialty area. We have the items and inventory. Now we're in the company preferences. We will be using inventory when inventory is not on, which is the default, even though we chose an industry that had inventory and we were given a chart of accounts with cost of goods sold and inventory included in it. It still doesn't turn on the application by default to have inventory being tracked on a perpetual inventory system. You can tell by looking at the vendor section of the homepage because you won't have this added line up top, which will appear if you check off this item. So we're going to check off that item. This is a change to the default settings, which now looks like this, which will result in the homepage now having this top strip, which is going to be necessary. You're going to want to see that if you're tracking inventory on a perpetual inventory system within the software. So now it says once that's checked off, we got the inventory and purchase orders are active. Warn about duplicate purchase orders, which is a good default setting. Once that is turned on, warn if not enough inventory quantity on hand to sell. Also a good default setting. Typically, once you turn inventory on, it'll be on by the default. We now have this nice line up top, which will help us with the ordering process of the inventory with the purchase order, the receiving of the inventory, entering the bill, and then paying the bill. And then, of course, when we get down to the selling down here, the invoice or the sales receipt will also be part of the inventory tracking process in a perpetual inventory system. QuickBooks Desktop using a weighted average inventory flow assumption to do so.